If someone had told me when I was in my 30s, for instance, that when I got to be 70 or almost 70, and I will be 70 in October, that it would matter to me what I looked like, I would have thought, that's shallow. Who cares? By then, who cares? In fact, I kind of had it figured out that by your somewhere in your 50s, you probably gave up on caring. And you kind of got to a point where you felt like, well, I'm old and now it's time for me to do things, to not have people look at me, but to go within. And especially when you get to real old age, which is really what I'm at the crux of right now, because I thought that was 60, but it really isn't 60. I've been through my 60s now, and I know it's not 60, but it is 70. And pretty much 70 is even not that hard in comparison to what 80s will be like. In terms of what the reality of it, things change. You have difficulties. They're not the way they used to be. And you're not what you used to be. And to kid yourself and try to pretend you are, it's just a losing game. But on the other hand, I didn't really find myself ready to give it all up and think, I don't care what I look like. And the videos are convincing me of that even more. It's kind of like I look at myself and I think, well, wait a minute. How come that one eye doesn't quite the same as the other one? How come when I smile, it's not uniform, both sides the same? When you look in a mirror, you never see what you see in a video. It's just not the same thing. And this thing about the little bit of a dark line between two teeth where there's no gap, but there is, because of the way the shape of the front teeth are, there's this kind of like little shadow there. I've decided I don't care about that because I've seen some of the movie actresses that have that, and that's okay. Even though I don't have one, if I look like I have one, it's kind of cute. But the rest of it, what about the rest of it? The lines, the places that I didn't used to have them, and this face that has changed shape on me. It's vain. I know it's vain, but it is part of not really being thrilled at aging, even though the alternative is not very good. And that's not even taking into account the health aspects that are part of aging. This is all about looks. And of course, it didn't help any that I put on weight. In my late 60s, I began to put on weight. And some of that could have been because I was doing something I had to take some prednisone, had to take a cortisone cream. I ended up with an allergy, which is also skin allergy, which is also part of aging. And of course, I'm off of, I'm onto, I'm into, I'm off of, no, I'm not. Yes, I am on hormones, which is just a factor of life. And so I'm thinking, when I go into my 70s, I want to let go of caring about looking great. How do you like these earrings?